model off duty look. I'm going crazy lately because everyone wants that like effortless, beautiful, dewy look without really having to try. So this is my take on it. So first thing I'm going to do in this video is exfoliate. This is a mixture of honey and brown sugar. I used honey because it's naturally antibacterial, so it's really great for acne treatment and prevention, and then brown sugar because it adds that grit and really exfoliates those blackheads. So after this, I go in with a mask. This one is egg whites. So the reason I'm using this egg white mask is because egg whites are proven to tighten up and close large pores, which is really amazing, especially for that, because we're not going to be wearing a lot of makeup. I really want this to look, I want my skin to look the best it possibly can. So yeah. Now I'm going in with some cold spoons. So I did this because my eyes are really puffy. I had recently just woken up. So something that I've seen a lot of beauty people do is they put spoons in the refrigerator and then they wait a few minutes. I waited like 20 minutes and then I take them out and I put them all over my eyes, and that actually felt so good. I'd never actually done that before, but I really wanted to try. So yeah, I absolutely love this trick. Okay, so now I'm going into primer. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter Face Primer. The reason I chose this one is because since we're going for a light kind of model look, so they don't cake on their products obviously, so what they do is they apply in light, even layers. And so obviously since it's less makeup and I have a lot of redness, I decided to use this one. Okay, so next I'm going to foundation. I'm going in with my Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation and my Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour. So I'm just taking a little bit of each, mixing them together, and then I'm dotting them all over the face before buffing them in with a beauty blender. Like I said before, light layers is super key for this. And yes, I was listening to my favorite podcast. I've talked about this one like 100 times. Positive America is my ish. Okay, so now I am going into concealer. I'm mixing in my two favorites at the moment. I'm going in with the Glossier concealer and then my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm mixing them on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to put this all over the areas that I want to highlight, so underneath the eyes, and I'm going to put some over my pimples as well. I love concealer. I think it's definitely my favorite part of my makeup routine. But I'm applying this with my fingers because it really helps to melt in the makeup and make it look super natural. Okay, so now I'm going in and spot concealing. This is a really good method because for these kinds of looks, you want something super natural, super glowy, and rather than putting on a whole nother layer of matte foundation, I'm just doing small layers of concealer over the areas that I need it so that the rest of the skin can breathe. Okay, so next I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm putting this under the eyes and areas where I know I'm going to get oily later. But I'm putting a really small amount, and I'm only putting it in certain areas because I'm putting a lot of cream products on around these, and creams do not do well over powder. Okay, so next I'm going in with contour. This is my Anastasia foundation stick in the color Contour. This is super amazing. I just warm it up on the back of my hand first so that it doesn't get streaky, because sometimes if you just put it on raw, it goes on too hard and then it pulls up your foundation underneath, and I absolutely hate that. So I always make sure to warm it up a little bit, and then I blend this out with my beauty blender. I put this on my cheekbones and then on my forehead and nose, of course. Actually put a little bit under my lip, because this is a trick that a lot of makeup artists use to enhance the lip and make it look a little bit more fuller, because it looks like when you do have more full lips, it casts a little shadow underneath your lips, so we're just creating that shadow where there is none. Okay, so now I'm going in with my cloud paints. These are from Glossier. Also, I'm obsessed with these lately. So I'm going with the colors Beam and Dawn, and what I'm going to do is put these all over my cheek area. Put some on my cheeks, and then I put the rest of it around my face, like up by the contour area to give me a little sun-kissed look, and also up above my nose because it gives a little like sun-kissed sunburn look, which I'm absolutely like to die for. Also, that is 100% a sesame seed on my lip, and I apologize so profusely for that because it's really bothering me now that I'm editing, and I'm so sorry. Okay, so now I'm going with my Statement Skin Highlighter. I am absolutely obsessed with this. It's a really pretty champagne color. And then I'm going to actually go over this, after I blend this out with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to go over this with a powder highlight as well, just because I love that extra glowy look. Because the cornerstone of this look is pretty much to be as natural and luminous as possible. So now I'm going in with my glowy brow. This is from Glossier. Again, obsessed. This is just really nice because I don't like to do my brows. It's actually like the least favorite part of my makeup routine. And since I already have a good amount of brow, I just comb this through it because it makes them a little bit more defined, a little bit longer, and actually adds some tint to them, which I love. Okay, so next I'm going in with my Makeup Forever bronzer. Again, the color rubbed off, so I'm so sorry. But I'm just taking a big BMX fluffy brush, and I'm just putting this all over the places where I put my contour to add some more life to my skin. Next, I'm going in with my Milani Baked Bronzer. This stuff is super amazing. It has a bit of a sheen to it, so I don't always use it, and a lot of times I don't use it like right on my forehead. But for this look, again, really luminous, really dewy. I don't know how many times I've said those words, but I just really wanted to make this super bronze and just super like glowy goddess like vibes. So that's why I put this all over, and then I actually put some, I'm going to be adding faux freckles later, so I put some in the center of my face to actually bronze up the center as well. Okay, so now we're moving on to the eyes. I'm taking my Sigma blending brush. This one is amazing. And then I'm taking the bronzer shade that we used earlier, and I'm just putting this in the crease in windshield wiper motions. This is just gonna be a really good transition. It warms up the eyes a little bit, and this will make it easier for our other colors as well. Next, I'm going in with my Bare Minerals little palette, and it's so stunning. So it's called the Overachiever palette, and the warmer color is called Schmooze, and then the more cool tone is called Get Ahead. So I'm going to put Get Ahead in the crease with the same brush. I'm just going to buff this in windshield wiper motions once again. Just really making sure that everything is blended and effortless. Again, emphasis on the skin, not the eyes. So this is just going to be super simple and easy. And then after that, I'm going in with my finger, and I'm just putting the metallic shade all over my lid. Okay, so now we're going in with that second layer of highlight that I mentioned before. I'm going in with Prosecco Pup by Becca. This is like a beautiful gold shade, so I'm going in with a little fan brush and this, and we're buffing it all over the highlighting zones. Over all of this, I'm going to go over with some powder just to blend everything out. So this is called draping. It's when if you put on too much of a product, you can just go over it with a light layer of powder, and you can just kind of correct everything. Okay, next I'm going in with my Line Stiletto liquid liner from Maybelline. So I'm just putting a little bit of this in the corner just to define the lash line a little bit more. As you can see, it's nothing like dramatic. I don't want to draw attention to this. It's just something because I'm not putting on false lashes, so I want my eyelashes to look a little bit darker, a little bit more full than they actually are. So this is just an extra step you can do just to make your lashes look a little bit bolder without doing a super intense wing or even lining the whole lid. Next, I'm going in with some white eyeliner from ColourPop. This is super amazing, and I really want to go for that like doe-eyed natural look. So for this, I'm just putting this in my waterline. This definitely opens up the eyes a little bit more and makes them a little bit more brighter, really draws attention to them and makes everything look a little bit more natural. As you can see, that just made such a difference. I'm a big fan of white eyeliner, especially this one from ColourPop. It's just so gorgeous. It's really creamy, and so it doesn't irritate the waterline or anything. If the white is even a little bit too much for you, there's also beige ones that you can buy, or even natural skin tones, which definitely do the same thing. They're just not as bright. Okay, now we're going in with my favorite Duce, I think that's how you say it, Duce mascara in black. I'm just absolutely obsessed with this stuff, and I'm gonna layer this on in zigzag motions all over both eyes. And this is me pissed because I got it on my eyelid. I think I even completely forget about this and just leave it there because I don't feel like rubbing it off, so we'll see. Okay, so next, lip. This stuff is from Winky Looks. I'm absolutely obsessed. So this stuff is really cool. This is like a watermelon lip tint, but it actually works with the pH in your body, so it's redder on some people than others, and so on. I absolutely love this, and I'm just dabbing this on the lips, on the center part of my lips, so it kind of gives it that like popsicle look, you know what I mean? So I'm putting this on the inside of my lips and then blending it out with my finger. Okay, so now I'm going to be applying some faux freckles. I'm just bronzing the sides of my nose and putting some blush on there so it looks super natural, like I was been in the sun forever and a half. And then after this, I'm just taking a lip brush actually, and I'm just dotting on some ColourPop Super Shock shadow. This is a warm brown color, but you can use any brown you really want. I've seen people use more cool tone browns. I like the warm tone browns for my olive skin tone, so that's just me personally. And then I'm just dotting this everywhere. I'm doing some big dots, and then lately I've been loving doing smaller dots also. You can use the other side of a bobby pin, and I love that look as well, so it totally depends on what you're feeling. But then I just dab this out with a beauty blender so it looks like they fade a little bit and looks like they're kind of peeping through foundation rather than laying on top, because it looks a lot more natural that way. This is me getting excited because I love how this look looks. And then I go in with lip gloss, like I said, the Bare Minerals and the Champagne color. I just mix them on the back of my hand, and then I apply them with the applicator. And last step, I'm just going to drench myself in some Good and Fresh Cover FX and putting this all over my face. This stuff is really nice. And yeah, so that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. This was so fun to do. This is my go-to lately. Just definitely Good and Fresh, luminous vibes. Absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.